Hello, dear sugar plums. I want to talk to you today about some techniques for memorizing your monologues. So I've got open my sample annotated monologue here again, the same one I've been working with from Love Awkwardly. And I also have a list of some memorization tools that I recommend using for memorization. My computer's going real slow, so I apologize for that. One of the tools I wanted to mention is something called Memorizer.me, and I'll provide the link for you in this doc. And basically, what you do is you take whatever it is that you're trying to memorize. So you would like copy and paste this monologue into Memorizer.me, and then it would walk you through the memorization process in little steps. So let's say, for example, I am working on the first paragraph of this monologue, which is currently not even letting me select it because it's so slow. So if I were to, in 16 years when my computer starts moving again, highlight this first paragraph, it's going to happen. Okay, there we go, highlight it. And if I were to right click on it, which will also take 16 additional years. I'm a very patient person today, can you tell? So I'm going to copy that first paragraph and then I'm going to paste it into memorizer.me. Paste as plain text, okay? So then I would click on Help Me Memorize, and it is going to start by just showing me the monologue the way I pasted it, and it's going to have me repeat it and give me a sense of the flow. Then next steps, it's going to start removing certain parts of each word, so that I have to remember without being able to see the whole word. So I already can look at it. I remember it says that was our spot right there. That's all I remember right now. That was our spot right there. So I would have to go back and I'd have to figure out what was next until I feel comfortable doing this by this way. Then it starts to give you the first couple words of each sentence, and you can go and work on it that way. So it kind of walks you through different stages of memorization until you've got it down. So that's a really cool tool that I like to use a lot. Some other tools that aren't really necessarily websites, but just things you can do is first of all, just break your monologue into smaller pieces. That's kind of like a given. You could, if you wanted to, make flashcards where you review in order the lines of your monologue. You also, and I think this is a great suggestion, you could record yourself reading your monologue and then listen to it, maybe while you're going for walks, maybe while you're out for a run, or just doing silly things around the house, or just as you're falling asleep, even osmosis style. You could just listen to this recording on repeat until the words kind of get stuck in your head. Another easy technique is to write the whole monologue down repeatedly. Writing something down really helps you with memorizing it, so that's a really good practice. Even though it seems really silly and simple, it does work. Another thing, and this is part of the reason that I asked you to annotate your monologues, is to act out motions to go with specific lines. When you do that, and when you every time you say that line, do that motion, it sticks with you more. We call that, it's got a name for it, total total physical response, which is where you use your whole body to respond to a phrase or to express a phrase. You also could use pictures. You could actually draw doodles that describe what's happening in your monologue. Maybe that could help you. You could also, if it made sense, you could use a rhyme. This probably won't work as well for your monologues. That's more for like if you're memorizing the preamble to the Constitution, you go establish, ensure, provide, promote, secure. That's one I remember from high school. But for a monologue like this, that's probably not going to really, it's going to be harder to come up with a device like that. Another option, if you're a musical person, is to put some music to the words that you're saying. So almost create like a little rhyme or a musical rhythm to go with the monologue and that'll help you to memorize it. The other thing you can do, and this is a weird one, and I used to do this with my piano teacher when I was learning a new piano piece, is you memorize backwards. So instead of starting with, if I go to my monologue, instead of starting with the line, that was our spot, I would start with the very last line. But I don't think I can ever have another peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I would say it over and over again, but I don't think I can ever have another peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And you can start by reading it directly and then slowly kind of let your eyes wander, try and say it without looking at it. But I don't think I can ever have another peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And once you've gotten it down 5 times perfectly, add the line before. maybe even the two. So it doesn't matter. I'll always come back to that spot, to this spot, but I don't think I can ever have another peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It doesn't matter. I'll always come back to this spot, but I don't think I can ever have another peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It doesn't matter. I'll always come back to this spot, but I don't think I can ever have another peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It doesn't matter. I'll always come back to this spot, but I don't think I can ever have another peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And hopefully you notice too that I'm not sacrificing my tone or my expressions as I'm memorizing because I want to keep those things present as I say my lines. So this can be a really helpful way to memorize too. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen super fast, but if you continue and you stick with it, you will all be able to memorize this monologue. If you're going to be that person that says to me, well, I can't remember stuff, I'm going to say nope, because I know that every one of you has things memorized. A lot of music, a lot of songs you listen to, so no excuses. Every one of you is capable of doing this. If you have any questions or need any help, if you need someone to work through it with you, just let me know. I'm here to help and I'm happy to help. All right, good luck.